早上，现在我还是定为7点10分，走读生预备列，走读生是预备列。再就是集体谈一个问题：7点10分、6点半起床，中午要做作业，哈。那么要求同学们晚上不要熬夜。最后说一下，一定要注意营养，牛奶、鸡蛋每天保证要吃。
I think congratulations. I think it's a great film. But I hate it because it really reminds me what I was like a few years ago. Well, almost 20 years ago. The university select students mostly, almost only on the grades that the students get at the college entrance examination, which you saw just now.
So if you should speak about high schools in general, how typical is that? Is there really such a high-powered or similar high-powered competitive environment on like provincial high schools and places, or is it really something that concentrates cities and big schools?
I would like to say that what I think that is common and where we can generalize for all the high schools and schools is this this environment, this atmosphere of competition that we are here not at all used to competition like this, and that is also, as we have seen, a big psychological game. From the side of the teachers, from the side of the parents, and from the side of the country. And for example, one of the things that we don't know here and that might be interesting to see what we have seen in the movie is that not only that with each test the student gets a certain grade, usually it's to 100 points, not the same grade that we used to get here from 1 to 5. And not only that he gets a certain number of points, certain grade, but he gets a position between among the others. It means usually after the exam, but also smaller exams, you can see outside of the class or outside at the campus papers where he's hanging who was the first one, who was second, and then who was the 40th and who was the 70th, and so on and so on.
Me personally, I was really interested by the episode controlling of students' private life. Do you think it's normal, or it's? If you could tell me something about it.
So I can start. I think, of course, what we saw seems quite an extreme for us, because we are used to a completely different system. Chinese students already often by the primary school stay in the school, and the life of student is really based in the school. But, and this I think is one of the big topic that could be a topic for all the evening or many evenings, is a question of their own will to really do something else, because they are also very much concentrated and pushed on making exam, on studying, and maybe if you give them the freedom and you don't put them under control, it's a big question how much and would it actually change.
We are sacrificing all this because we want to have a better life in the future. So, so for the future we have to discipline ourselves. We have to, do all this. And on the other hand, if you think about it, there's not much else you can do as a high school student, because you are told to think this way, you are told to behave this way, and there's not much else to do. For example, there's not any opportunities to do volunteer work, for example, to provide service to your community or to people around you. There's just simply no other things to do besides. So there seems like there are two extremes, only two options. One option is to study hard, like they do. The other option is to sing karaoke or do like really silly things.
Should we be worried about our jobs? Because in facing such competition, like with the European values that we value our personal life, our family more than our job maybe. Like it will be very difficult if Chinese students will come to Europe and and we will compete for jobs with them.
But, it's still not so easy for Chinese to speak Czech, but maybe the official language here will also become English one day. From one point of view it might seem like maybe not really in Czech Republic or some small cities of Czech Republic, but generally in West, it might be that the competition with people who are educated in this way is not going to be so easy in the future.
So I don't think, I think people overestimate China. I go to America many times, and I feel people overestimate China because I feel there's so much potential for crisis in my country, and I don't think we have a culture. We don't really have a culture of our own nowadays. I don't think this kind of thing, these become like bankers or everybody wants to become a banker. I don't think our country, our nation can last in that way. In China, every college student has to study English, and they have to pass English test in order to graduate. And the second difference that I noticed is that in China you study politics in your classroom, and in America people talk about politics after the classroom. In China, everybody has to take whatever you major in, you have to take a political class at every level of your college. So in the first year you study Marxism, second year you study Maoism.
China is a people republic. When is learning Marxism in China universities? So in economy, what are they studying in economic? The capitalist or dialectic? I don't know what. The economist, Western or?
Do they study Marxist approaches to economy or like Western style?
Yes, I don't know.
Well, what we call it, I don't know how to translate it in a perfect way, like critical study of the Western theory of economics. But the basic is the Marxism. We are, for example, we are not building capitalism in China. Now we are building a socialism with Chinese characteristics. So we always have our own way to explain off everything.
This was the last screening before the summer, but there will be more screenings after the summer, which we will let you know about.